This is Victor Rios. Let's get rid of toxic masculinity, yeah.
When I was 8 years old, I was this little kid and I had a big imagination. I was playing with a wooden stick.
By the way, I would like to point out, Victor, your man card is in fact on the line right now.
Pretending that it was a sword. So I'm slaying this big dragon out of...
Okay, a normal boy's fantasy. Except for a lot of boys, their sister was the princess they saved.
the corner of my eye, and all of a sudden this boy comes up to me and he says, "Hey fool, what you looking at?" Man, I'm not even looking at this guy. I'm trying to fight this dragon. What is he talking about? I'm frustrated.
Okay, so did you two have beef at school, or what? Or was the kid just an asshole?
And I look at him and I say, "Fool, I ain't even looking at you." And right in the moment that I said that, I knew I had made a big mistake. You see,
Well, you're the one holding the stick, so point it at, put it to his chest and say, "I'm not fucking talking to you. Fuck off." You know, little intimidation.
So he grabs the stick from me, starts hitting me with it. I cower over, crying, tell him to please stop. Finally, he does, and he leaves, and I'm in pain. And I turn around to walk
Oh my god, you got your ass kicked. Whoop-de shit.
to my front door, and I noticed that my stepfather was there. And he had been there the whole time watching and did not step in. And he came up to me and he said, "Hey, stupid, you need to grow some balls."
Right now, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this scenario. Like, I'm sure your stepdad was going, okay, all right, I might keep getting involved. Okay, he stopped. Do you think it was pleasant for my parents to watch me getting my ass kicked during sparring matches when I was a kid? Probably not. But unlike you, I didn't cry about it. I got back up.
I listened to what my stepfather taught me. I became, or tried to become, the tough guy. I started bullying other kids like that older bully did to me. I started fighting with kids. I started to want to learn about guns. And I started to normalize violence, like, oh, someone got shot, someone got stabbed.
That's not... Oh, my God. Ah! Look, if it was up to me, every single male would actually have to go do a boxing match to get their degree. So we don't have a bunch of fucking pussies like you.
The only emotion I was allowed to express was anger, and that's it. And in time...
No, men can express other emotions. That's fine. Just don't be a fucking pussy about it!
I grew into a young adult. I got into a lot of trouble because of this toxic masculinity.
Okay, so because you fucked your whole life up, men need to become complete pussies.
And I just couldn't help to be more and more toxic. It wasn't until I got to college that I started to change.
Oh, great. So you met some bitter, angry, cat lady, feminist assholes. Fucking wonderful.
My perception of my identity as a man. You see, I took a feminist studies class.
Called it!
I got put in check really quick in there, I'll tell you.
Oh, God. Okay, you're man. Dave, Lord of Patriarchy, Warden of Video Games and Keeper of the Beer. Yeah, you get checked by feminists. Your man card is gone. So says me, so says the Lord.
I learned about patriarchy, how men for thousands of years have controlled society.
Yeah, and it's done really fucking well. It seems only when we let women run shit does shit start fucking up. Or I'll give you another problem. Name me one successful matriarchal society. You won't find one. Why? They all went to shit. Even women do not want women leading them.
Through aggression, through violence, have put down women and have artificially created a sense that women cannot compete at the same level as men.
We didn't do that. I didn't do that. Nature did that. I'm sorry, but there's a reason why men occupy the top spots, and it's not because we have a conspiracy going to keep you out because you have a cunt. Women do not want the top positions. And the ones that do typically act very masculine. Because women's nature-driven goal is to be a mom. You can't be a CEO and a mom. It is fucking impossible. There are not enough hours in the day.
In the workplace, and that's why in that class I learned that women to this day in American society make 77 cents.
Oh my God, no, they fucking don't! This was an earnings gap of all the professions done by women, all the professions done by men, all the time on the clock in all those professions. It's an earnings gap. And you know why? Women take more personal time. Women take more sick days. Women take vacation more. Women work less hours. That's why. Because if it was legal for me, and it hasn't been since the 1960s, if it was legal for me to hire a woman for the exact same job as a man, but I could pay her 70 cents on the dollar, there ain't gonna be a person peeing standing up in my company. I'm hiring all bitches. There ain't gonna be a dick to be seen. Also, yeah, not to mention women lose a lot of money having kids. There's a lot of women. Okay, where I work, I trained a woman. I trained a girl. She got pregnant about a year after I got done training her. When I heard it, I'm like, she's never fucking coming back. She is never fucking coming back. Sure enough, she went on maternity leave. When it was about to expire, she resigned. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And her husband, boyfriend, I don't know the relationship status, he was more than happy to do it. Make the money. And so last I heard, she's still at home, being a stay-at-home mommy, and is pregnant with baby number 2.
And so you have,
which sucks because she was actually a good worker.
Men that can afford to buy more than women for the simple fact that they have male privilege.
Male privilege does not exist, and I can go through an exhaustive list of how it doesn't exist. I'll just give one stat now. Men are typically sentenced to far harsher prison sentences than women for the exact same fucking crime. Male privilege does not exist. Fuck you. Go to hell. Kiss my ass.
Someone that would become my life partner, Rebecca Mireles Rios.
Oh my God. She's not your life partner. She's your wife. Again, I hate this thing of, he's my partner or she's my partner. What are you doing, business together? What? No, we're romantic partners. Okay, then either she's a girlfriend or a wife. Fuck is wrong with you people? And no, relationships are not partnerships. MRAs. You mean the ration packs? Oh, men's rights activists, excuse me. Again, they have some good points, but there's a certain sect of it that is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Again, I don't take anything 100%. What is a relationship? A romantic relationship is a romantic relationship. It's built on love and trust and all this other shit. I can hate somebody and do business with them and be in business with them. I can hate someone's guts, but I'll still go to work with them. That's a partnership. I can still hate you and do business with you. Big difference in the other way. And also, typically, men should and usually do lead the family.
In our society. And maybe for a long, long time, we won't be able.
And also, we don't give a fuck, at least men. I can't speak for the female perspective. But men don't give a fuck about the woman standing. Usually we come in as the superior. Again, I don't give a fuck if a girl's working at Starbucks. No, I am not making shit up. All right, my audience is mostly straight males. How many of you give a flying fucking rat's ass what your girlfriend makes? Or what a girl you might be interested in makes? Like, what her accomplishments are, or what she makes a week. How many of you would be a deal breaker if the cute girl at Starbucks making $7 an hour, or the cute girl at McDonald's making $7 an hour, put a fucking lipstick kiss on your coffee and her digits? Do you give a fuck that she's not making shit for money? Again, assuming everybody's over 18. I want to be clear about that. The answer is no.
Normalize toxic masculinity. To say...
Again, if some chick wants to kiss my coffee cup with her digits, I don't give a fuck that she's working at Starbucks and ain't making shit.
That it's not okay for us.
Women, on the other hand, they only want to date up. But the problem is, as the feminist mind virus has finally reached its maturity stage and now will die, a lot of women are realizing, oh shit, there's no men up here, and the ones that are don't want to marry. They want to keep fucking the Starbucks girl.
Hey. For us to continue to consume video games and films that make women objectified.
They're not objectified, and I'm just going to go, I'm going to throw video games off the table because those women don't exist. Lara Croft is not a real person. If I want to have her running around naked the entire game, I can. But let's just go with movies. Yes, the actresses that play these women are real people, but very often have absolutely no fucking problem sexualizing themselves. I knew the bridge scene in Temple of Doom was ridiculous as a little boy. I knew the raft scene was bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ. But it's a nice thing to aspire to be. For a little boy to aspire to be Indiana Jones. Now, the big problem is, you've killed that!
Men are afraid that women will laugh at them. Women are afraid that men will kill them.
Except, that quote is complete bullshit. A man killing a woman, statistically speaking, is very rare. Men killing other men, however, that's way more common. Yeah, this Margaret Atwood quote is complete horse shit.
And that's when I knew that women in our society, because of toxic masculinity, have so much more at stake in terms of having to worry for their well-being.
Really? Is that why most of the victims of violent crime are male? Is that why women statistically are way safer in this society than men? Oh, okay, you're going to bring up rape. Well, if we throw in prison, men are the overwhelming victim of that. So, yeah, don't give me this sob story for women. You pathetic little bitch-ass cock. God, maybe your stepdaddy should have slapped the shit out of you. Made you a man.
Alternatives for
Well, here's a real easy solution to avoid the prison industrial complex. Don't commit fucking crimes and you won't have a problem.
experiences of violence.
You know what? I hereby, as Lord of Patriarchy, Warden of Video Games, Keeper of the Beard, do hereby declare you pussy boy. I shall only be referring to you as pussy boy. Real easy way to avoid the prison to industrial whatever bullshit thing, which by the way doesn't exist. Real easy way to avoid prison. Don't break the fucking law. Kinda easy.
And I told him it's fine. Let out your emotions. Find a way to heal. And the best way to heal through trauma, Bosch was his name, is to build.
No. No fucking way this asshole created Vosh. No fucking way this asshole created Vosh.
An interdependent community around you where you rely on each other to heal collectively.
Oh my god, that's the stupidest fucking thing I think I've ever fucking heard. You heal, you get hurt alone, you heal alone. I'm not saying that, like, look. I'm not saying you suffer some fucking family tragedy and, you know, a friend, I'll just go with a male in this scenario. You know, a lady friend of his climbs into bed and spends the night rubbing his head. Okay? Be it here or down there. But, at the end of the day, you know, all the cuddles and all the hugs and all the this and all the that don't mean shit. At the end of the day, you and you alone are the one that has to get the fuck over it. You can't heal collectively. It's impossible.
Here is Vosh with his artwork discussing masculinity and toxic masculinity within.
Doesn't look like that guy.
Individuals in the local community. And
Also, why did they put the little boy into the fucking goddamn gun-ridden panic room? We are social to a point. I'll defend my family, but I'm not risking my neck for some son of a bitch I don't know.
Boys, at very young ages, what's at stake when you practice toxic masculinity?
I don't know. There was another word for it way back in the day. It was just called masculinity! Yes, I would teach boys to be self-sufficient, to not rely on anyone. Learn how to make your own damn grilled cheese. Don't rely on your mommy.
To be empathetic with the world, raise their...
Except empathy is a fucking lie, you pussy. Empathy is a goddamned lie. No one is empathetic at all. Okay? Maybe if we were telepathically linked, that might work. But we're not, so nobody's empathetic. Fuck you.
Boys to check their privilege when you're at the playground and at young age.
You know what? Women need to also learn how to fucking be submissive, be wives, learn how to bake an apple pie, and maybe a lot of these problems will go away. Fucking let your fucking husband lead. You dumb.
Is already men spreading, taking up so much space.
I manspread because I have balls. Yours were obviously cut off at some point, so you don't need to. I don't give a fuck what a little girl thinks about my presence. I couldn't care less. I take that back. There's one little girl. My youngest niece. But every other little girl in this whole fucking world, I don't give a fuck about.
And that schools teach our boys that masculinity, there's different versions.
If anything, you got your wish. Masculinity has been completely run out of schools. And that's why we have a generation of pussies like you.
Toxic masculinity is
actually, my sister's kind of mad at me right now. I taught my niece about homemade spaghetti sauce.
That they wish that
she doesn't like the jarred shit anymore.
From younger age.
What about toxic femininity? You've talked an awful lot about toxic masculinity. What about toxic femininity? And why do I think I'd make you cry if I was on stage with you? Here's something. Why don't women work why don't women constantly reflect on their actions as women to work relentlessly to be wife material and not complete fucking whores? Look, I'm sorry, but the odds of a former porn star finding a high-value man are incredibly low. Again, he can find the nice, sweet 20-year-old that's working at Starbucks. And she'll follow him right to the altar. However, the 41-year-old fucking porn star is gonna have a problem unless she marries another male porn star. By the way, once again, Iron Gullet, I renew my thing. Would you kindly provide some commentary or at least do something with my clips other than just take them out of context? Because, again, I'm starting to get annoyed with it. And I am within every legal right to ask YouTube to take them down. Women are happier when not married? Bullshit. Every single statistic says women's happiness has gone down since the advent of feminism.
And curiosity.
Until next time, by the way, I might be starting to do fewer streams. I just might do videos on certain days because I do want to write a book before the end of the year and I only have 2 months left.